January was a difficult month, to say the least.
And now on BBC One, the world's first 1970s van life series, Charting Course.
Welcome back to Charting Course, everyone. My name's Infinity Alexander, and my apologies for the incredibly bizarre and out-of-nowhere hiatus. If you're joining us after the fact and aren't watching these episodes as they come out, you're probably thinking, what hiatus? But I've been gone for about 3 weeks now, and with no word, pretty much, on what the heck is happening. It seems that interesting life events, to say the least, you will find out about later in this series, have kind of taken hold, and unfortunately, given me not enough time to edit new episodes. However, here we are, with a new episode where we kickstart 2023. It occurs to me that you don't really know that much of the background of me, what I'm doing to earn the money to fund this crazy restoration project. I haven't really talked about what I do or did for a living, and as a matter of fact, I had 2 different jobs. After one ended in November, I was left with my own self-employed job of being a children's DJ. That's right, I travel with a mostly vintage travelling discotheque that I go to people's parties with, and I just give them a completely insane, wild old time. Since mid-2021, I've been a kids entertainer and disco DJ. I travel with a travelling discotheque to people's parties, set it all up and give them a completely insane time. It's a lot of fun. During January, I wasn't doing too many discos because of course everyone spends their money at Christmas time and therefore doesn't have very much to work with. So therefore I had to do odd jobs for a variety of different people to make sure that I could still fund this completely crazy project. I was cleaning neighbours' cars, cleaning people's houses, and also writing my grandma's autobiography, which was the most entertaining and amazing of experiences. I deem it rather good as well.
It is. You deem right.
Thank you. So it was a pretty stressful time. I was working and working and working, trying every little thing with a lot of physical work to try and get this thing moving. And progress was being made on Ulendo really, really well. However, it was starting to get to me and I felt incredibly disconnected from this dream that I was dying to get started. We had only just started on the road to restoration, so I decided one day, you know what, I need to get out, I need to do something. So towards the end of January, I met up with good old Blotter and James and went on a little adventure to a interesting place called the Twin Tunnels.
No.
Down, down, down. I must admit, when I first found this staircase, I was like, ooh, it's the Joker steps.
Oh, yes.
But dancing down these muddy things would cause a problem. Sorry about the slippiness of the area, guys, but it's the only way I know to get down here. The 2 tunnels are 2 disused railway tunnels that are located just outside of the centre of Bath. They were abandoned for the longest time and recently were renovated and rebuilt and, well, made safe for people to walk and cycle through. The only problem is, getting to them is quite an adventure in itself. To find these disused railway tunnels and explore them, we first had to go down an incredibly steep stairway, these big stone Victorian steps that were in a little kind of alleyway in some off-road somewhere near my grandma's house outside of Bath. clutching to the rusted Victorian handrails, we just kind of made our way gingerly down through mud and muck and started getting into some woodland areas with all these outer suburban houses with grand gardens and lakes that run through them. It was quite incredible. So yeah, it's just down here, and then we're going to go right off the path and go to the left, and we're going to have to climb down a hill.
Down a hill, you said?
Yeah, but there's like roots from a tree, so just here on the left. Yes! We've got our navigator here. You're ploughing into it so confidently, Lotta. I love it. We eventually got through the muddy kind of trek, going through the woodlands and walking for about 10 minutes, until eventually we took a bit of an offshoot over a stream.
Now you get to clean your boots.
Yes, exactly. It's all part of the experience.
Oh my god.
You can do it.
It's moving wobbly.
Nice fresh water.
Making our way over, we scrambled and clambered up another kind of muddy hill. I really don't think I was dressed for this. We looked left and we saw the shorter tunnel, which takes 10 minutes to walk through, and looked right, where the path led up and around these old Victorian bridges that were just overgrown with ivy and, of course, because it was the middle of winter, dead roots all over the place. This led to the much longer tunnel, which takes about 20 to 30 minutes to walk through, and has quite a few interesting surprises within.
Hello.
Hi.
Whoa.
It is really weird though, because I learnt about this by pure accident, I think. I was just like walking around my grandma's and exploring the local area, and then I come down here and I'm like, oh, it's a tunnel. I might get run over by a train, but let's go. By the way, don't worry about the camera thing. I'm not going to be all YouTuberish and go, hey guys, welcome back to the vlog.
Going through the tunnel!
Video.
Oh, I see.
Now you got it. Yeah, smash that like button, decimate and... Okay, maybe not. I was going to say something very bad
Hit
there.
the bell.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I like about your way of doing things, Infinity.
Oh,
You don't keep prompting us to like and
Nah.
subscribe. So much so that I hadn't actually subscribed.
I know.
Until yesterday.
Bastard! I noticed
Yeah.
as well.
Approaching the entrance is quite exciting because this old Victorian disused railway tunnel is so cold. Even in the middle of winter when the outside is freezing, below freezing even, you can still feel a gust of cold air coming through and just shaking you completely.
Yeah, I wanted to read about it. So I don't think I did. Because there was a guy here.
It says here you are standing next to the northern portal of the mile... It's a mile long?
Yeah.
I thought it was longer than that. The longest on the entire Somerset and Dorset railway network.
Sulphurous and acrid black.
North Portal now. Dad and child. North Portal then. Shoe, mother freaking shoe. When I came out the other end on a sunny day, like you felt how warm it was, because in there it's always freezing. Like it's always this temperature in there, even in the summer. So it's great if you're going through in the summer because you're like, oh, the cool.
Yeah, let's go there in the summer.
But when you come out, like, you're on this railway bridge that leads over this gorgeous lake and all these other wonderful places. And it's like you've entered heaven. You've come through the drear and the drudge, through a dark, horrible, hellish tunnel, and now you're like, oh!
You see the light at the end
Literally!
of the tunnel.
Reading up on a bit of history about the tunnels, myself, James and Lotta decided to venture inward and take a look at what this dark and mysterious ancient place had in store for us.
By the way, I wouldn't recommend touching the walls.
Yeah, the soot from all those trains is still on there.
Oh wow.
Do show? Yeah.
It's shiny.
Is it on
It
your
is
hands?
shiny.
Yeah. So that's like Victorian coal on the walls, which is really cool.
Yeah. I think it's one thing.
See the ancient coal dust.
Honey, honey! Now we really are going to look like we've come out of a war zone. Yeah. Cool.
Now I'm ready for anything. Put the war paint on.
Literally. Oh, go on then. It'll make me break out in a rash. I should have told you guys that before we did.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
But don't worry about it. Go for it.
That's be inside an engine. Maybe they came out.
Yeah. You can smell the soot and the old railway-ishness of it.
I'm not sure what I'm gonna smell. I've never smelled it before.
Towards the other end of the tunnels, you find there's a few interesting bits and pieces that may go unnoticed if you were cycling through this place. There are these circular, glowing kind of music emanators, if you like, for lack of a better term, that play a variety of different violin and cello pieces, seemingly, that are in indents in the walls. Spook! It's very cool. Very cool. Very different. I like that they put this in though, because they could have just opened the tunnel and put some like lights down it, but they bothered to put in these weird-looking, fun alien things.
That's right.
I just find that really cool. Oh, this could be the next What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Could be. The Beast, my ex-wife.
It smells like piss.
Doesn't every metal door in the middle of nowhere though?
Yeah.
Hang on, I gotta see. No luck? Let's see. Ah. Yeah, anybody seen the movie Creep? That would work. As we pressed on and got away from the music-playing glowing spheres, for lack of a better name, we made our way towards the end of the tunnel, this tiny little piece of light that slowly grew and grew and grew and got bigger and bigger and bigger. The other end of the tunnel is severely more leaky, let's say, to be polite about it, than the entrance that we came in from. There's these kind of mini waterfalls going down the walls where it's quite clearly kind of forming new stone and new minerals as it goes. There's drips going over your head, and you feel as though you've entered a new world by that point, because the light just shines so bright, you're like, oh my god, where have I been? Where have I come from? We walked on and eventually found a interesting wooden staircase that led down next to a lake, just underneath a giant railway bridge that we had just crossed without even noticing it. Pull a pose! Ah!
We can't do the howl anymore.
Oh yeah!
Ow! Ow!
He sounds scared.
Ow!
We finished exploring the remains of the railway by having a picnic underneath the bridge, before slowly making our way back through the darkness and home, where an email awaited me with news about Ulendo.
Next time on Charting Course.
We pay another visit to Southwest Custom and are amazed at the progress made. We're going on an adventure.
Do everything we can
But rust is, once it's there, it's so difficult to get rid of it, unless you can just completely rip the whole thing apart.
If it's finished by the time I reach 7.
New items arrive for the adventure ahead.
Oh, isn't it gaudy? This is our road atlas for what we're going to be using when we're travelling. Severely out of date.
And an incredible new job could be on the table for us both.
We got a job! Yes! Oh my god!
That's coming next time
Got Ulendo on the ramp still.
on Charting Course.
In all the 70s, like they didn't just know about the colours orange, yellow, and brown, right? More colours existed than that.
Yeah, more colours existed, but they weren't used.
Io Cinzano bianco, signora.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, gracias.
Ah, due?
No, mine was a Cinzano as well. Now that's better. Oh, can't you just smell those Italian wines? Suffused with herbs and spices from 4
continents.
I'm being boring. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Getting your head down, sweetie. Jolly good idea.
From the House of Cinzano, Cinzano Bianco.